ready to ask your questions. Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new Ask Victor. This is the one for the month of February. So here I'm going to answer the questions that you have left in the month of January. Okay? Every middle of the month, can be 14th, can be 15, 16, depending on the month. I will answer the questions that you have left in the Ask Victor of the previous month. So if you want this show to continue, if you like it, I encourage you to leave your questions in the comments below, and any question is valid. So yeah, I don't mind what questions you want to do to me. So let's start with the questions from January, and the first ones are from Edic Beer 40k. Again, as I always say, a channel highly recommended, especially if you like Necrons, but it's a lot on Warhammer 40,000 and especially on the Necrons. So here we go. Great answers, Victor. Thanks for the kind words. Together we are stronger. Yes. Thank you, Edic Beer. And then question for the next time then. What will make you to stop painting minis? I guess the easy question is, if I don't enjoy anymore painting minis, I will stop doing that, right? This is a hobby. You do because you're enjoying that. You do it because it's something that it's my calming moment of the day, right? My disconnecting moment. So I don't think I will stop painting minis. At least not in a short future. I really enjoy, but if I stop enjoying that, I will stop painting minis. Can say as well, if I don't have money, but so far, even if I cannot buy minis, I have so many in my collection to paint that I will keep painting them. This is why I don't do commission paintings, or I don't do too much commission paintings. I try to limit a lot this, because I like to paint the minis in my way, at my path, at my speed, and I don't want the stress of the commission. So this is an enjoyment, it's a moment that I like for myself. And of course, if I paint something because a person asked me as a collaboration or something like that, it's different. I do it, I think, more, how to say that, more in a fun way, right? Maybe less compromise that if it's really something that I'm going to be paid off. Okay, so yeah, but I will say, yeah, if I don't enjoy, if I will not enjoy, I will not paint minis anymore. And I think this is the main reason. So I do this for enjoyment. So I hope it is will be going on like that. So next question, Scarlock the Wanderer. Question: what is your opinion on the new Teclis miniature? Oof. To be fair, the new Teclis miniature, I don't like it too much. I find quite a weird composition, and I will say of the last miniatures Games Workshop have released, maybe it's for me the main character of all the ones that Games Workshop have released that I dislike the most. I will say my favorite character, that I don't have it by the way, is maybe Archaon together with Ariel. And Teclis, I really don't like this. So I've never been fan of the light elf or high elf or all these noble elves. It's not one of the factions I really enjoy painting, or I really like it. I like more the wood elf, or I like more the dark elves. But the new Teclis, I see what they try to do. They try to put Teclis like levitating next to this type of sphinx, but not for me, really not for me. I don't like. Maybe if I see the miniature, but the pictures I have seen, a little bit disappointing, to say it in a way. So I was expecting something different, and I don't like it too much. Let's go now to the questions from We Ebenhof. Hey Victor, thank you for your videos. Thank you to you for watching. Questions. It's Valentine's Day this month. What did you give your wife? What did she give you? I was traveling, so I just arrived from Italy the day of St. Valentine's. I was traveling the whole week, and I arrived this today. That is Friday, the day of St. Valentine's. I arrived about 3 o'clock at home. So I take advantage that I was in the airport, and I bought a perfume for her. So this is what I give to her, and so far I have not received anything. I don't know if there will be a surprise for later, but so far I don't receive. I have to say that we normally don't celebrate too much St. Valentine's. I don't do presents every year. It was not that popular in Spain when maybe late in the last years it's more and more popular, but I never have seen my parents celebrate St. Valentine's, for example. It's something that is not. It was not part of the culture of, at least for my generation in Spain. Is it changing? Maybe no, because we try to, but it's not like historically was not an important day in Spain, right? So, and I don't know in Mexico, but I never celebrated a lot St. Valentine's. I was celebrating other days, right? And for example, in Catalonia, it's very important the St. George days, St. George Day, that is the 23rd of April, where you give a rose to the woman that you love, and then the woman give you a book, right? And the rose, I don't know if you know the legend, when St. George killed the dragon, the blood of the dragon is converted into roses, and then St. George gave a rose to the princess, right? So yeah, it is what I used to celebrate in the past more. St. George, I was giving a rose and a book at the end, and I was not doing too much St. Valentine's, but now I'm changing a little bit my mind, and I give a France to my wife. So this is what I have done. So maybe quite a traditional present, but she loves Francis. Next question. What do you think about releasing new rules for different armies in the Psychic Awakening books? I like and I dislike at the same time. I think it's a clever way to modernize the armies, to give something new to the armies, right? To give an update to the army. But the problem I see, and I don't know how this will go in future, if they will do more and more like that, but the problem I see is, if I play no Space Marines, right? Let's put Dark Angels. I have to take the book of the Dark Angels, and I have to have the Psychic Awakening, so 2 books. Then I have to go with the rule book and so on. So I don't know, if it becomes a new expansion, then it represents I will need 3 books to play my Dark Angels. Let's see how it goes. But on the other side, I agree that they can update 2-3 armies in one book, right? For example, in the one I have here, the one I just reviewed, this is we have Grey Knights, Thousand Sons, and Dark Angels, and then we have some background. So it's good. We have updates. We put the armies more balanced. We try to keep the same level all the armies. We give updates to the armies that are not that good. We put them at the same level as the other armies. But the drawback is that you have to go with more books in your backpack when you go to play. I like it. This way I find it interesting. But this is the only negative. So if I have to balance pros and cons, I will say at the end is positive. Okay, and at the end, if you are only interested in Dark Angels, you need to buy all the Psychic Awakening books. You only need to buy the one that was on Dark Angels, and the same for all the other factions. The good thing is that we only have, each faction is only present in 1 book, and we don't have Dark Angels in 3 of the books of the Psychic Awakening, what will be a nightmare, right? So I hope you keep this under control. I understood in the past that this was the strategy of Games Workshop, to release the codexes and then to give updates on the codexes in the campaigns. I see this digital maybe is working better because you only have. I want to see in future how this will evolve, right? And if we will, I don't know. But so far I like it. I like it, although there is a drawback that you need another book. And the last question: do you have a favorite Space Marine chapter, and why that one? I have. In the loyal side, although a lot of people will say that it's not loyal, I like a lot the Dark Angels. I like for two reasons. First, for all the secrecy they have, right? The dark part that they were half of the arm, half of the Legion was influenced by chaos, but was not really chaos. This type of dark side of the Dark Angels, I like it a lot. This secrecy, this hand, like Cypher maybe is one of my favorite characters in the Warhammer 40,000 universe, right? I like also the idea of that they look themselves as knights. They do try to behave as knights at the beginning, monster hunters, right? In the original planet, this is the part I like. I like as well the look with the cloth on top, so on top of the armor. I think they look quite like the we say the Middle Age knights, right? With the armor and then the cloth on top of the armor. So I like this look, and I like the especially the Ravenwing of the Dark Angel. So it's a maybe it's the of the Loyals the chapter that I like the most. From the Chaos side, and especially from the 30k universe, my favorite Legion is the Alpha Legion. And especially in Chaos, I start with the Alpha Legion. I like as well. As you can see, I like the sneakiness, right? That they are like a sneaky type of chapter, specialized in infiltration, specialized in fighting behind the lines of the enemy, trying to influence more like a intelligence service than really Space Marines. I like this part of this part of the Alpha Legion. So these are the two chapters that I like. As you can see, I like a little bit the chapters that have this type of secrecy, this type of, they are not well defined. If they are in technically the Dark Angels are well defined on the Imperium, but the Alpha Legion have never been really well defined. Are they fighting for the humanity? Are they fighting for chaos? For sure, they think that the Empire is not the future, and maybe they weren't right. But yeah, the plans did not went as they were expecting. So I like a lot the part of the Alpha Legion, and as well the secrecy of the Dark Angels. Okay, if I have to say chapters that I don't feel or they are not appealing to me, we'll say the Ultramarines is not a chapter for me. Maybe the Imperial Fist are not for me either. I prefer, for example, I like more the Crimson Fist than the Imperial Fist in a way. And the ones that I never had a big appealing neither is the Space Wolves. Okay, so you have see. I expand more your questions. So these favorite chapters: Dark Angels, Alpha Legions, the less favorite chapters: Ultramarines, Imperial Fist, and Space Wolves. And that's all the questions. So I hope you enjoyed these questions. And if you want to know more about me, about my taste, about anything, about my life, don't hesitate. Leave the questions in the comments below, and I will answer them very gladly next week. That's all for now. I hope you have enjoyed this show. Give a like if you have liked it. Share, and as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you all later. Bye.